Hey Jim, I'm here at 901 Waterway in Barefoot Bay. As you can see, you're kind of up at the bend. This street goes straight around the bend there, and then at this side you're seeing the straight shot. Neighbors across the way look decent. You've got a mango tree out front here, a couple other trees. You got the U-shaped driveway. This deck on the front's pretty large. Some of it's soft, some of it's not. Sort of like wood underneath and composite board or a hardy plank or something on top, but a little bit of it's soft. I opened up the garage doors. The garage doors look fine. They're not dinged in any way, but I wanted to open them so you could see what was going on inside before I started the video. This is the fence. You got the chain link around the outside and sort of a cheaper picket fence across the front with some bushes across the front of that have grown pretty tall, but it's nice privacy. This is one of the garages. I'm gonna walk you. I'm not gonna go in the house just yet. I'm gonna go all around it to show you a little bit of what's going on. A little bit of soft wood underneath. Like I said, this is actually pretty solid, but I think the wood underneath is going. Decent ceiling on top here. There's an entrance there. There's an entrance here to the laundry room. We'll come back to that. And back down the other side over here. I wanted to show you. There's a car in here. Volvo C70. Don't know if they're gonna give that up. But there's a door out the side of this one. There's a door out the back of the other garage. And both garage doors are fine. This is that elevator, lift, plug for it's there. Plug's just sitting there. We could try it out. I'm gonna walk around into the backyard a bit. This is the other side. Another little gate that's fallen apart over time. Chain link fence there. This is the door out the side of that garage. This is the chain link fence. Now here they would have had like a step down, but it's fallen apart, or they've taken it out for safety precautions. But there's a bit of a base to it here, the cement, and then where they ripped it out, it's not looking so great. And right now there's a gap under that door. This is what I was talking about. Maybe all the trim around these doors. It's all soft and it's not termites, but it's it's just disintegrated a bit. And it's on all the windows around the whole house. So it doesn't need to be there, but if you pull it off, you might have to re-side a little bit. The siding itself in general looks pretty good. On the back of this garage, it's beat up from a weed whacker, but that's to be expected. This is where I was saying, as far as the size of the backyard, sort of a triangle here and then back behind me. Another good sized triangle for a dog to run around. You get an idea of scale with that little dead tree over there. Again, all of this, the paint's sort of come off a lot of this, and it's soft, but it just, it's just sitting on nothing. It's just like hammered into the frame of the window, and then you got the siding. The windows are fine. The screens look old. They painted some of the skirting, some of it needs to be painted. That's the crawl space there. Big windows at the back of the living room. The AC looks fine to me. It probably works fine. Crawl space is open for some reason. There's a pump here. There's a wasp walking towards me. Try to walk around him. This is a little tiny shed, I suppose, at the back. I could try to open it. Let me just see if there's anything going on here. Alright, so I'm not even sure what that is. It's like a tank for I don't know, you know better than me what this is. It looks like a big gas tank or pressure for something. This is the frame around the back of the other door. Just, you can see a lot of this around the house. Like, all right, we got to reframe things. The siding looks good. Here's a well. Here's the back of the garage. Again, the siding at the bottom. It's just been weed whacked too much. They had some security cameras at one point. All right, so circle all the way around the place. Little crawl space underneath the stairs there. This is the first garage again. It's in good shape. They built some storage in the back, some tools hang up there. There's a gas tank here, a couple of them, and a piece of equipment. Now I'm gonna go in. This door, they got boarded closed from the inside. I'm gonna go in this door, which brings you into the laundry room, you can see the floor, and out here it was like this hardy plank. It's in decent shape, but the wood underneath might need to be replaced mostly. Tile, an old washer and dryer. There's a little odor in here. There's no electrical on there, so there's a little odor in here, but I think as soon as you turn the AC on, it'll blow that out, just get it aired out. This is your washer and dryer hookups. Now we just walk into a big kitchen space. This is different than a lot of other homes. It's got a pretty high ceiling for a manufactured home. You've got some blinds here that might be salvageable. The windows in general I think are fine. It looks like at some point they tried to patch some of this up. You got yellow paint and below it just white, where maybe they did some patchwork. Looking back towards the fridge, you know, the appliances probably all work, but they just cosmetically don't look great. You got the white, vinyl laminated cabinets that actually all look to be in pretty good shape. The thing is, like, the kickboards are beat up. This is just a little bit of framing they did around some, if you want to do new countertops, you can. That's a piece of chipped off. It's a stainless steel dishwasher. Again, if you want to swap it all out, you can. The sink's probably fine. Even the faucet looks okay. They got a little crown molding throughout. Back to the front door here. It looks fine. They just hammered a board in the bottom. The door itself looks fine, and it's got a little stained glass thing to it. So again, in general, things are nice around here. You got the can lights above, and the lights I don't think have to be replaced. This was tile up to this point. Now you're getting into sort of a living room, dining room situation. There's this big light and a little tray ceiling, and then there's a big tray back here that you wouldn't normally see in a manufactured home. And this is a big room. I don't know if I can tell you the exact scale, but it's large. It's probably 25 by 25, or 20 by 25. I'd say they threw their TV in here, it looks like, or maybe this is just a dining room area that they framed some artwork there, and then the TV was maybe back here with a big couch. Got these big windows. Up here by this AC vent, there's a little water, but I think that was sweating at the vent. I don't necessarily think that was a roof leak. Everything's pretty wide open. So I'm on the left side of the house. I'm gonna go this way, and it's got your typical house layout here. This is a big bedroom here. Just a guest bedroom with a closet. They got it painted in yellow stripes, and two big windows there. Again, probably nicer than what you see in most of these. And a place for a fan there. There's a fan up in this hallway, an air intake. The guest room back here is about the same size. They got some oversized furniture that needs to go. They painted a window black, not a big deal. You can scrape that off. Again, the fan's fine, but it needs the dust knocked off of it. The panel doors there are fine. Again, there's no lights in here right now. The power's off, but you can see okay with my camera. This vanity's okay. It's really similar to the kitchen. It has the tile across the front of it. The watermarks on the... You can frame around a mirror and make that work. This is a full-size walk-in shower in here. It's decent. There's no shower head. It's just a goofy paint job. You want to paint over it. It's just sort of a brown and a tan. I'm going to go straight across here to show you that this is the master. There's a walk-in closet right here. The master's a decent size. Another big piece of furniture that needs to go. A little tray, not really a tray, really something that pops down out of the ceiling and gives you a little depth, but that fan could be replaced. Bed goes there with the windows around it. A second walk-in closet over here. A small piece of furniture. The master bathroom's actually nice. You got white laminated cabinet similar to the kitchen. We have two sinks, one high, one low. The countertops in here actually look good. The faucets are kind of builder grade, but everything's fine. I don't know kind of where this plaster is. Maybe they did some work somewhere, but I look around here, I can't find where the plaster came from. So disregard that. Down here in the corner, there's some damage probably from the shower being wet or a leak. Just needs a little patch, nothing too scary. The floor is solid around here. This is all tile in here, a bigger size tile. Toilet looks fine. The walk-in shower, the tile looks good to me. The grout looks clean. There's no mildew. There's a little more storage in there. So you go out the back of the master, and there's 2 French doors into a bonus room. This is where the door is going out, where the steps are gone, and it just needs a new threshold. And whatever's going on under there, they have maybe soft where that tile broke off, just needs to be shored up. The windows are fine. There's no stains around the windows. They've got marble sills, which you don't see in manufactured homes every day. This room's missing the baseboards, and even the baseboards in the master are all painted pink, the same as the walls. So that's that room, and it's a good size. Coming back into the living room from this back corner. Got a few nice things here. Again, no ceiling leaks. You got a little bit of crown molding that gives it some class. Place for bar stools, looking into the kitchen. And a good sized ceiling way back here. I mean, I can usually touch it about 8 feet, and this is a little more than 8 feet. And then all the way into that tray where the fan is, that might be 9.5. So decent ceiling for a manufactured home. We already saw this side of the home. So that's really it. I mean, you saw what was going on outside, the 2 garages. I'll show you real quick. The floors in this particular room need to be replaced. And you can see that the way the light's hitting here. I don't know if they had water. I don't see any ceiling leaks or anything, but you know, you can see here where there's some kind of warping from something at some point. Did it come from underneath? You know, does it need, you know, something? It's not soft. It's solid, but for whatever reason, it's all puffed up and damaged over here. It could be anything. They could have had a leaking aquarium or something, you know, that caused some damage. There's a piece of drywall just sitting here on the wall. Maybe they had a plan to fix something and there's no damage behind it. Again, all the doors, you know, this is kind of like almost like a faux 6-panel door. It's got a little texture to it, but it's pretty flat. But all the doors are in good shape. They're not beat up. As far as getting eyes on any other damage or anything that needs to be done, they had some water. It looks like maybe it ran down here from, who knows, could have been a roof leak once upon a time, but this is, the bottom of this is rusted. Same kind of thing over here as you go into the kitchen. A little bit of rust where the drywall was hit and beat up, and then maybe it's just exposed to the humidity in here. I don't know how long the air conditioner's been off. Maybe it's been years. So maybe it's just that it's those areas that got chipped off, and you can see that piece of board, whatever you call that, the beadboard, got rusty sitting in the humidity. Other than that, I don't think it's got gray pipe or, you know, polybutylene, anything to be worried about. Doesn't look like it does. They had an old water filter in here. At one time it was a really nice home, and then over time it's just sort of fallen apart. Again, I just think coated paint in a lot of places and flooring in that main living room. Nothing you couldn't live in immediately as long as that AC works and you could get it running and be comfortable. We can look into you know, taxes and insurance for a home this size in this community just to make sure it's worth your time. Other than that, it's really not bad. It's really not beat up. There's just, you know, certain things that will maybe nickel and dime you over time, getting this deck up to speed underneath. It's actually pretty solid. I don't feel in danger walking on it, but certainly we saw on that one side a little rotting under the steps, and then the doors themselves are sort of doing this wonky thing, but that's again easy to shore up. It's just the screws have loosened and it's angled down, but you can make that look fresh on all sides. It's a nice little side project, and you don't have to do it overnight. You could pull those gates off for now. You don't even need them. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm looking at the driveway now. Honestly, looks fine. You know, a few cracks, but not even separation or anything. There's your street light that everyone has here. They all turn on at night. They're required to for, you know, security. Nice enough place, you know. Just the wood around the house over time started to show some age. That's really it. Anywhere where there's a little wood trim, really starting to see a little deterioration. They're on this little picket fence they got going around here. But even that, I'd probably swap that out with the chain link. So let me know if you have any questions. And yeah, probably nicer than I recall, but I had eyes on it for another buyer that really wasn't interested in a fixer-upper. This might be right up your alley. You know, just one more example of what's going on over here under these steps. You can see that there's really been a little bit of water damage and things have kind of fallen apart a little bit. But then meanwhile, over here at the main steps, it almost looks like they did go ahead at some stage and replace some things, so that would look solid. So some things have been done, some things haven't, and all in all, probably not that big of a project. Again, this is the side yard on this side, so you've really got 3 different separated yard areas that you can deal with. And you can even add on to this, although I don't think you have to. You've got basically 2 garages, pretty standard heights. You're not going to be able to pull a truck in here to work on or anything the way it's set up currently, but it's ceiling's in decent shape. Things are in good shape. It's not falling. Ceiling's not falling down. Roof's not falling down. It is a large place that if you had to replace the roof, it's going to cost some money. But again, if you get it at the right price, you'll be ahead of the game. So let me know if you have any questions. Nice day out here, and breeze is kicking off now. Looks like they did take some of the fence boards down just because they weren't doing any. They weren't giving any curb appeal, so they ripped them off the sides over here where that gate used to be. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks so much.